IndieWire's written quite a bit about this, about the aftermath of this film in terms of its release process. And basically, you could do another documentary based around what's happened at the screenings after the film, which is really, obviously it's not unusual for a documentary to cause fracas, but this is kind of like the film itself. It's sort of a cut above. So why don't you tell us a little about the True False screening? And to let you know, the True False is a documentary festival in Columbia, Missouri. It's a terrific festival, and they have a excellent taste in the documentaries they curate, and it's a very much of a highlight sort of space. So with that in mind,
yeah, True False was an unusual one. I got a call from their security guy maybe a month before that started, and he said, there's this guy who called up and he was very keen to get tickets to the screening. He was desperate to get tickets. And he was like, how do I get there? And the only way to guarantee tickets a month in advance was to get this like gold pass, which gives you access to the whole festival. And so the guy's like, I'll buy them all. I'll get them. And then at the end of that conversation, after paying a decent amount of money for the tickets, he was like, okay, where's the festival? And it was Kevin Clark, who was the gentleman who visited us in New Zealand. So at True False, Kevin was there, Marco was there, and we were aware that they were in town. And at a screening there were these two guys that were about 3 rows back that were holding coffee cups. One of them was holding a coffee cup, and they just looked really just out of place. Like this was people were pretty casual at this festival, but they had like leather jackets on, like they looked super intense. And they looked out of place. And one of them was holding a coffee cup, and he'd move his hands and his grip, but he'd never move like where the cup was. And we're like, we think they're recording from a coffee cup, which was weird because that was like the really stupid way I decided to record them when they were in New Zealand. It was this like terrible view the whole time. And that's what they chose to do. But no, we had to get the police in to remove them because they were trying to record the film. And it turned out they were 2 private investigators sent from New York. By you can probably guess who. And then the next day I was at a filmmaker's drinks and this woman tapped me on the shoulder and was like, are you David Farrier? And I naively thought it was someone who'd liked the film. And I was like, yes, I'm David Farrier. And then she served me with a couple of lawsuits. So it's been, David D'Amato he's an ongoing figure in all this.